Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Rashad Jones from Big Lee Serious About Barbecue. Welcome to a quick and short School of Barbecue video. So one of the things that we're known for all around Florida, all around the country, and all around the world is our brisket and our burn-ins. People travel from all around to try those two items. A lot of people know our story on those two things. Brisket was the it was the one protein, the one cut of meat that I was absolutely horrible at. Just a month before we decided to open up Big Lee's, open up our own barbecue spot. I'm back here by our pits right now. And, brisket almost didn't make our menu because it was just so bad, let alone burn ends. But I really focused. I worked hard for about a month, day in, day out, just trying to figure out how to hone this one aspect of what I wanted to get good at when it came to barbecue. And we got there. So one of the other things in the barbecue world that we don't talk about a lot, let me grab my little stool here so I can sit down and go over this with you guys, is craft sausage products. A lot of barbecue spots out there are either making their own sausage. Some of them are like, you know what, we've got enough on our hands already. We're not going to make our own sausage. We're just going to bring in a prepackaged product. We've done both. I've handled a prepackaged sausage in the past. I've made, right during that same time, we used to do a Jamaican jerk sausage, which was out of this world. I mean, out of this world phenomenal. And we're back at it now. We're only offering our own craft sausage products. The main one that we're known for is our Jalapeno Cheddar sausage. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's got these big globs of sharp cheddar cheese in there, fresh jalapenos. We don't go with a whole lot of the seeds from the jalapeno because that's where you get a lot of the heat. The seeds are what packs a lot of the capsaicin, and the capsaicin is what provides a lot of the heat when we do it with peppers and chilies and things like that. So I generally omit the seeds and just use the flesh of the jalapenos, which gives it great flavor and it also gives it a little bit of heat. So but what we have here is a recent batch of sausage that I made. This one is called roasted garlic and herb. All right, so we've got some roasted garlic in there, got some herbs in there. And the way you want to do these is you don't want to just throw them on the smoker and cook them necessarily like you'd cook everything else. I like to put a lot of thought into my cooking. So when you think of the diameter of one of these sausages, I mean, the diameter is about 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches. My smoker is running right now. You can see the temperature for yourself. Sitting at just above 250. And that's on the cooler or the cold side of the smoker or the side opposite of the firebox. So you have to think like the piece of meat that you're cooking. All right, this sausage is about 1.5 inches in diameter. We want to bring these sausages up to an internal temperature of 155 to 160, 161. That's generally when we're pulling sausages. And that's where they're going to be the most juicy. The skin's going to have the casing's going to have that nice crisp on it so it'll snap. It's going to be cooked all the way through. And you're going to have the most moisture retention at that temperature. So you've got to think to yourself, like, if you don't want to be probing these sausages a whole lot, I probe mine every now and then just because we got to get a tempo on them. But you don't want to have to probe these things to death because every time you puncture that casing, you're going to lose a lot of jus. I mean, that casing it's pressurized. It's got a bunch of heat inside of there. The fat's liquefied. The waters are kind of rendered out of the muscle. And as soon as it's looking for a way to escape, it's like a teapot. So as soon as you poke that casing, as soon as you pierce that casing, you're gonna get some of that juice is gonna eject. It's gonna come out of that sausage. All right. So one of the things we do, we probe our biggest ones, the ones that are furthest from the fire, to get an average reading of those larger sausages. And once we get the correct reading on those larger sausages, that lets us know that we're in the right neighborhood and all the rest of them are within that right temperature zone. And then when we rest our sausages, the resting is important for us when it comes to sausages. This ground meat pushes out a lot of moisture. And if you look right here, you can see some of the, I don't know if you can see that right there. That big pocket right there. I'll even touch it for you guys. This pocket right here. Get my angles right. There we go. It's better. Big pocket of juice right there. So I wanna let this rest, because all of these sausages have these little pockets of juice in them. This is a little small batch I did just to show you guys for this video. Those little pockets, we don't want to slice into these sausages right now, because all that juice is just gonna spill out all over the cutting board. So we want to let these rest. And I rest these sausages, if they're cooking right side up, when I pull them off of the smoker, I flip them. Because you got to think, along that top part of the sausage, it's getting a lot of heat. That's where most of the heat on our smoker is passing by the top of that sausage, and that's the part that's going to dry out. That's where a lot of the moisture is being lifted out of. So we flip ours over, so all that liquefied fat, the water that's in there, settles back down to the bottom, and we get a nice proper reabsorption of moisture throughout that entire sausage. And it's worked really well for us. So these will get about a half-hour rest on them, a half hour to about 45 minutes. We don't want to rest them any more than 45 minutes. We don't want them to start getting cold and for the skin to get weird, the casing to get weird on them. But resting is really important. We cook these, like I just showed you, right around 250 degrees. You want to make sure you've got a ton of clean smoke in your smoker. If not, your casings are going to get a grayish, ashed over look. And you're not going to want that color. It's not going to look nice. You want this color. Nice clean color where you can still see the meat. And as these rest and tighten up, they'll darken a little bit as well. Had a batch that came off yesterday, and by the time we got ready to start serving them, they had darkened up a little bit more. And the casing firms up on them a little bit more. And once that sausage rests a little bit, you see a little bit of that going on right here with this one. Okay? You can see it's already starting to tighten up. Casing's gripping the meat a little bit more. That balloon effect of the heat causing the gases and the water in there to vaporize is kind of pushing that casing out. But when you rest it, everything kind of comes back in, and it just tightens up a lot. So that's pretty much it. We're gonna let these finish resting. We're gonna slice into them. Maybe one day I'll show you guys more of the detailed process of how we go from start to finish with our sausage. Hey, what's up, babe? It's a beef and pork blend. We're using brisket trimmings and rib trimmings to make these sausages in an amazing seasoning packet that we put together here at Big Lee's. So I love you guys. If you like this video, please click like. Please click share. Tag some of your friends who are into barbecue. Tag some of your other barbecue nerd, family members or friends, some other barbecue guys that you know. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. Check in with you later. Peace.